I think we can officially say happy holidays because a whole slew of them start right now. And thank you for joining me. Happy hour at home every Friday, 3:30 Pacific time, 6:30. That would be Eastern time. And I think I have this practically memorized. And it's such an easy drink to make. Not technically a classic. I mean, you could make it with Applejack, which is like 100-year-old spirit, right? But we're not going to actually. But it is spiced cider that we're going to spike. And I like this drink because for Thanksgiving, you want to make a big batch of something and something everybody can drink, unless they're, have the diabetes. Probably not great because this apple cider has a lot of sugar in it, right? And you do want to use fresh apple cider. I mean, this is the time of year, right? Why wouldn't you use apple cider? I got this at a market here in San Diego, Southern California, called Jimbo's. This cost me $8. It is 64 ounces, and real apple cider is going to be like cloudy, not clear. I used a fresh orange peel in there. I just put one whole cinnamon stick in there. And then what did I do? I put, these are cloves. So I believe it was 6 cloves. And then I put, what are these? Oh, 1 star anise. And you want to use whole spices, guys, because you're going to, mull this essentially. Put it over a low heat just so it's steaming, and a big steaming pile of, here's the star anise pod. Anise, anyone? And all the smells and the flavors of fall. And then half a teaspoon of allspice berries. I don't think I've ever bought allspice berries before. Kind of look like rabbit, you know what, if you know rabbits. Yeah, so yeah, all the flavors of fall. And then we're just going to make up a big batch of this. 4 cups of your best apple cider that you can find. Maybe you can press it yourself. And then you probably have a choice. I mean, you always have a choice. But you could either use some of your favorite bourbon in this. It only calls for 4 ounces of it. You might go a little harder on that. But I'm going to use some Calvados, all right, which is a fine French apple brandy, because I figured we could do bourbon all the time. But, this time of year, I want something that is seasonal, and I want to use some fresh apple cider, fresh pressed, because, that's just the way we roll here. So again, you need 4 cups of apple cider. You're going to put 1 whole cinnamon stick in there. You're going to put a big piece of apple peel in there. You're going to use your peeler. 6 whole cloves. You want 1 star anise pod, and then half a teaspoon of allspice berries. And you could put things like black pepper, whole black pepper in there. You could put like a slice of ginger in there. That'd be really good too. But I didn't get any, so we're not doing that. And then we're just going to garnish with some whole cinnamon sticks again, and some orange slices. You want to use a navel orange, nice and big. And what else was I going to say? Oh, I really want to give kudos to this brand. It's called Spicely. Not expensive. And actually I did something I've never done before. I know everybody else has been doing it through the pandemic and beyond, but I just ordered the dry goods at my local Ralph's, a local supermarket here, and just picked it up and paid for it in advance. Super easy. I love that. I don't know that I want anyone picking out my own produce, but you do you. Okay. And since I have a neighbor coming over to help me drink this 4 cups, just want to show off the big pine cone I got. Look at that thing. It's enormous. It's humongous. One of my favorite words. Okay. So this has already been sitting for like a half hour or something. You could just keep this mulling and like on a low heat, just steaming a little bit. It'll smell up the house in a good way. And it's just going to be super nice and toasty, and toast you up from the inside out. Okay, so we're just going to add 4 shots, 1 ounces, 4 1 ounces shots, whatever, of Calvados apple brandy. And here we go. Let's see if I can do this without my glasses. I trust. I might have to spike it too. And then we're just going to garnish it again with a half of an orange slice. And I might just put 5 in just because it just doesn't sound like that much. And you know me, I like a stiff drink. It's cheaper that way. But yeah, you could use Applejack. You can find a Calvados, a French apple brandy. You can use bourbon. It's all good. So we're just going to give that a little stir. And also, if you're doing the spices, obviously you don't want to ladle them in the drink. You can just use some cheesecloth and some like kitchen string if you want. But I also found these spice bags, so that's what I use. I couldn't fit the cinnamon stick in there, but how convenient. They have little ties on them. You can just plop it in and pull it out. Probably, I wonder if you could probably reuse them. Just saying. Okay, yeah, it's going to be maybe too hot to drink. And these are, not just your average glasses. And I will link everything that I use for the most part. I even thought about using some of my dehydrated oranges. I think that would be actually perfect for this as a garnish. Okay. Oh yeah. Because it's still kind of warm here, even though we're getting some storms. Whatever. See, this is a pretty big mug too. I thought about using my Irish coffee mugs, which probably would have been a great bet. But these are double-walled glass mugs, so Ooh, okay, I almost dropped that. And here we go. Here are the cinnamon sticks that I want to use. Little swizzle stick. Just plop that right in there. And there you go. You have your spiced apple cider. And again, you can just wait to put any of the alcohol in there if kids are drinking it or minors, obviously. Somebody who's pregnant, maybe. I don't know if they could they have like apple cider if it's not pasteurized? I don't know. That tastes like skiing in the mountains, hanging by the fire, tolerating the family at Thanksgiving. That's delicious. I mean, if you like apple cider, you love that. Bam. Love it. Just to steal a page from Emerald. You guys try it yourself this weekend or for the fam coming over. And again, this was at an expensive market. So this cost me $8. You probably can get some like fresh apple cider. Go to your local farmer's market or your grocery store that carries local produce and stuff. I bet you they've got some of this time of year. But again, this cost me $8. So I bought 2 of them. But, worth it. The juice is always worth the squeeze. Not that you squeeze an apple, but thank you guys for watching. And I will see you next week and the week after and probably the week after that. Check you later and appreciate you watching. As always, I will post the recipe and the link to all the products that I use underneath the next post. Cheers. Be good. Stay healthy.